Welcome! Today we are creating a mini art journal series using a really small art journal sketchbook. And we are letting the universe choose the direction for us. We have 2 jars here that I made myself. One is for the 24 archetypes, and the other one is for the prompts. I have 24 prompts in that one. So now I'm going to draw from each of them. So for today, we have the Nomad as an archetype, and for the prompt we have the moment before I was ready. So now we have to create with this direction. So the universe has chosen, we have to create it. If you like art journaling and self-discovery, you can download the Seeker as a free sampler. The link is below. So now that we have our direction, the Nomad and the moment before I was ready, now we have the mini elements. I put it on a sticker paper to make this different and to experience something new. So we are beginning by choosing. The first step is to cut the Nomad. After, you are choosing whichever is like speaking to you. Always, because we have the direction now, so what it does inspires you. What do you think that is fitting with you? What speaks to you inside of you when we are giving you that? When the universe is giving you that, actually. So we have the baggage, we have the gate. I chose the compass. I chose the direction board. And now I'm cutting some mountain, a mountain for the, I don't know where I'm going, but I will be going somewhere. So now I'm looking at the words. What is speaking to me? So adventure is one of them. Now I'm cutting shifts and transition. So it goes with the prompt that we have so far. So I'm cutting more maybe that I need, but I could leave some after, I don't know. So I chose courage and journey. Now I'm looking at the micro phrases. So from the micro phrases, I have embrace the unknown. Freedom begins here. Let curiosity lead. Take the next step. So now I'm cutting the title. I always like to see my title on the artwork. I don't know why. It's just different. So now I'm looking at the botanicals. I always like to put some botanicals on my artwork. I like the shapes too. This is the boho shapes. I always have 1, 2, or 3 in my artworks. You can put everything that you want. This is like a creativity, so you are choosing what you want to do. Now I'm cutting every element that I ultimately chose. I'm taking this phase as an active meditation. I'm really careful what I'm doing. I'm going slow. This is not really slow because I'm speeding up the process for you. But cutting is the longest probably time into that whole process. It's an active meditation. So I'm cutting each of them like I want. I did speed this up for you. It's one of my favorite things to do. Just be in the flow and just cut, and you don't think about anything else. You just do that. It's an active meditation. There are some elements that are more difficult than others. They have more details. While you're doing that, you can also think about what the universe chose for you. So it's the nomad, but the prompt is the moment before I was ready. So you have to concentrate on that and see what is coming up with that. So this is like the first time of the series. So I was kind of not prepared to place that. So it's part of the process. So I'm letting you see me having some difficulties here. Okay, now I think that it's pretty much like settled. So this is like a page of like protection, but I did not think that it was so big. It takes space. We are going to use the art creation sketchbook. The link will be in the description. For now, I'm going to start with the watercolors. It's the first time that I'm letting out this supply. So we are into the coloring phase. And I made a mistake here because I chose the brush that can contain a lot of water. And I think that the art creation sketchbook doesn't like too much water. I think that we can use water, but maybe not as much as we wish. In that brush, there's a lot of water, so I like what it did, but the paper curled when it dried, so it was not what I was expected. But that's part of the art creation. We don't know. We have to experiment. And I did a lot of experimentation with this one. I did let the universe choose, so I'm not planning anything, and I'm not going to for the next 23 archetypes. I'm just going with the flow. Maybe it will be more bad than good. I don't know. I did color the shapes. And now, since that I do not really like too much water on this art journal, we will change, and I'm choosing the watercolors pencils. One of my favorite tools. I will be putting down the link in the description if you want to try them. So my Nomad for today is on the brown side. I don't know why. I'm letting the flow choose. I'm more into the colors, maybe like yellow, red. She's ready to leave somewhere, So I don't know. So this is the water brush. And I took a pencil, and just to make sure that, I don't know, to make it more deeper, but it did not really work to my liking, but that's okay. So this time my Nomad is blonde. So she's ready. By the time that I was coloring the Nomad, the page did dry up. So we are now in the phase of the composing. I'm letting again the universe show me the way, show me the direction. I'm letting my intuition talk and just play with it. Do I like it? This is the composition phase. I chose to print the elements, the mini elements, on the sticky paper. That was the first time that I did that. I was wanting to do that for a long time, to make this different. I quickly realized that that the sticky paper is hard to remove. So, but it didn't make it cute and easy to do. But when you want to have access to the sticky side, that's where it's more difficult. So if you have the patience to do that, that's fine, you will like it. But if you're too impatient, I would suggest maybe not doing what I did. Use the regular paper and use the glue. But if you think that you will like it, that's fine. But if you think that this is too much, maybe just don't do it. But do the kit, but not with the sticky paper. But when I was doing that, I was thinking, oh, maybe it's the last time that I will do that. But after a few days now that I'm recording this voiceover, I'm thinking that I will probably thinking that I'm going to do that again. I did like the look of it. It does show me my level of patience, or the lack of. The title looks so good, to me at least. That's why I like to have the titles on each archetype that I do. So always think about the prompt, the Nomad, and the moment before I was ready. So the baggage are really important to me, because even if you're ready, you always have some baggage with you. As a symbolic nature, that was important to me. So you see, the page was starting like to curl up, so I put a clip. I could have also put a clip on the right side. And now you see, I did change my process in the middle of the artwork. Now I'm doing the composing at the same time that I'm gluing. Not gluing, but with the sticky paper. And I will be like coloring after. You just do what you want to do. This is not like a process that you need to exactly do as I do. This is not it. This is for you to go with your creativity. If you want to use the archetype kit in another way, you can. I just created this because I liked art journaling and I like the self-discovery, so I did come up with a product for the two things. So again, it's hard to remove the paper on the sticky paper, but it was fun to do also. Usually I like to add some flowers, but on this one it did end up that I'm not using it. So the gate was also important because the moment before I was ready, it's like opening the door to somewhere new. So now I will be coloring and I'm letting my intuition play. I'm not planning anything. Using the water brush and the colors that is speaking to me. when I'm doing that, I'm just immersing myself into the moment before I was ready, just to be in the nomad shoes. What I'm thinking, what I'm feeling as the nomad. Like I said, I'm not planning anything. I'm just okay. I want to color this. Okay, which color now is working with everything else? So now, near the end, I'm choosing to use my other watercolor pencils. I like to have the same colors, but in different shades. Now I'm just going back again with some like a deep purple, but it doesn't really do what I was going for, but that's okay. I did put a little bit of shading for the shapes that are blue. And now I'm just writing the moment before I was ready, because when I will look at this art journal in a year, I won't remember what the prompt was. So if you want, just put the prompt in your art journal page. So while I'm cleaning up, don't forget to keep the unchosen elements. Put them somewhere. Over time, you will have like a bank of the unchosen elements that will do something with it later. So this is the first try of the Nomad, the moment before I was ready. This was our mini art journal series. So we'll see you in the next video.